And that was the wrong intro. Nice. Where did it go? Oh man. Oh well, it don't really matter.
I'm getting notifications. Shark Brew. Dying.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. I thought I put it. Oh well, like I said, it don't matter. Because I had our typical intro and just more, and I worked on it for like a whole 5 minutes last night. Anyways, hello everybody.
Yeah, great intro.
Yeah, great intro. Yeah,
intro. We're both talking about the intro that didn't work.
It didn't work, and so hence we'll see later how things are going.
Yeah, yeah, kind of fits.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a homebrew.
It was a brew day. It was the 3rd of May.
Yeah.
3rd of May. Yeah. Oh no. Well, yeah. That's actually it's only 7th of June.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a month, but it seems like a long time ago.
It does feel like a long time ago. Yeah, the 3rd of May was when we did the last one on the big brew day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you anyway. Talk some homebrew stuff.
Oh yeah. Actually, see on live this chat. So hello to everybody.
I twisted. Oh, is it Esco?
I could be Esco Twisted. You know what? I'm not. You know what? Their nickname is going to be ET.
Yeah.
Because that way you get Esco Twisted. ET phone home.
Yeah. Even ET. Yeah.
Well, let me go get my beer since we kind of.
Oh, the vehicle's missing. I was wondering what's missing. It's a vehicle.
Yeah. I know, because I have it basically right here. I have basically a laundry sink.
Yeah.
So it's basically, there's nothing. I mean, it's not attached to anything. So I pull it out and kind of. So when I wash, wherever, basically the drain goes right into our grass. So kind of be sustainable.
Yeah. Water the grass.
Front. Yeah. Water the grass a little bit.
Yeah.
So then, I got a pile of hops in the grass. I need to go sort out a little bit later.
It definitely won't grow, so you're fine with that. It's good compost.
So I'm like, yeah, I have to water the grass in a little bit, so I'm going to do that tonight. So they'll go down.
We don't have that problem. We don't need any watering of grass.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it stopped raining for about a week.
Oh no, yeah, since I'm this way.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So anyways, so get back to what we're here for before we can digress later, kind of thing. Obviously, we had Big Brew Day on May 3rd, and we, like I said, it was the barley wine that we both kind of went on. And this person over here decided he wants, maybe we can try this. I said, sure, why not? I'm good.
Yeah. Something we could both get our hands on.
Yeah. So obviously, mine's obviously only a 330, but close enough.
Yeah.
And it happens to be my last one.
How is it?
Yeah. Because I was short of some beer, and all of a sudden, I want a beer. I'm going, and then I had my pale ale kind of thing. I'm like, I have one left. I make sure I put it in a spot where I don't forget, but don't drink.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, save it at least for the tasting. So the idea was, I mean, it says outstanding amber ale, London.
Yeah, I know.
Fuller's London Pride, but it's a best bitter. That's basically what it is. It's a best bitter. Just amber ale is a selling point thing. So that the point, what I wanted to do is both try and see how we could both create our own recipe, because we didn't go off these are our own recipes. We looked on the Fuller's website. We had a look, and it told you what the ingredients were and the hops. It didn't tell you percentages and hop schedules. So we've just basically created our own Fuller's London Pride on the Big Brew Day. And something we both did as well. We both keg conditioned. So we could try to get natural carbonation, like a cask So it'll be interesting when we pour it to see what we get. To see what we get. So we can crack. We can go for this one.
Yeah, I had a brew day. I am thirsty.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Oh, I got me a little small glass. So I'm going to pour in a little bit into that so I can compare.
I'm just going straight into a big spoon.
Yeah, well, I say you got the big, and I'm only doing a little squish there, but I'm putting in my dipple.
There we go.
But yeah, it's just kind of funny that how certain beers sell better. But to me, it's like a bitter and an amber ale are like night and day.
Yeah. In America, they definitely are totally different things, and we're just using them.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like an amber ale.
Yeah,
it is, but
yeah, it's not got a lot going on.
No, kind of, because my first impression is it smells boozy. I mean, I know it's not, but it gives you a boozy smell. But I think it's just that yeast or whatever, that unique kind of
4.7 as well.
Aroma, it just kind of thing is just whatever it is. It gives you, to me,
a little bit bready. It's not any off-putting notes.
No,
it's just a straightforward.
Obviously, the head retention kind of went. So it's almost
mine.
like probably like our home brew, because it probably mine will. We'll see.
Yeah, mine. I like the fact this is clear as a bell.
Yeah, well, Simo is gonna
pour his.
Oh, his now is interesting because he's got it on the PD.
Yeah,
so
that's interesting because I've not tasted that since our brew day.
Yeah,
and I tasted mine. That's going to be interesting when I taste them both. They don't look the same. We'll find out when we pour. But mine is nowhere near as bright or as clear as that.
Yeah, mine might be, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think the color is. I think mine's gonna be more brown.
Yeah, mine's definitely
Well, it'll probably be lighter. I'm just trying to remember when I put it in the keg, kind of what it was, or I mean, So I think mine's gonna be a little bit lighter.
Have you got a dimple pot to pour your other one into?
I have another one in the house, but I mean, if you want to do it like a side by side, or that's why I kind of saved a little bit of it, just to kind of. But obviously, it's two different colors when you put it, because now in this little sample, it looks way more orange when you have this here, so it's kind of deceiving.
Yeah.
Well, I do have another glass, but it's not the same.
Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting. It's just a straightforward beer, isn't it? There's nothing. It's just easy drinking.
Well, it's basically you go to your pub, and basically it's your. Because it does remind me of does it Speckled Hen? Kind of gives me that kind of similarity.
Same idea. They're both.
Yeah, I'm not trying to think of, and the Fuller's ESB might be. That's what I might be thinking of the Fuller's ESB more than.
I don't know. I think
I think the Fuller's ESB is even different.
Yeah, it's got more character. Definitely different.
Yeah.
I think you probably Speckled Hen's probably closer to it in flavor. And
there's that, or the Bellhaven Scottish. One of the, I mean, that's only kind of English beers I kind of had over here. Like they're on tap, on a keg, whatever. I mean, they're not cask, but So, anyways, cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers, everyone. London Pride. Yeah.
A
little bit of toffee as it's warming up.
Oh yeah, you definitely get the toffee.
Yeah. It's good. It's good, and
but I can't see why a lot of people go like to it, because like, okay, yeah. I mean, because I think they compare this to the ESB, and they're going, well, yeah, that's like I said, it's two different beers.
Yeah. Apparently, this the London Pride, I don't know, but apparently it used to be much better than what it is now. I think David Wilson would tell you it's a totally different beer now than what it was. Slurpy Dave, Dave tried it, previously. Cask or Egg. I'm not too sure which one it was on, but it's now owned by Asahi, isn't it, Fuller's?
Well, I don't see. Well, of course, doesn't mean anything because on my bottle it says imported by Paul Honor. So I don't think that's really going to say. It didn't say it's brewed by them. No, no, oh no, yeah, no, it's brewed. It says brewed by Asahi.
Yeah,
I get it in the description now.
Asahi have taken over the brewing arm, but they've kept the recipes apparently and stuff. So
yeah,
and Fuller's have kept like the pubs and the that like the hospitality.
Yeah, it says brewed by Asahi, but at the Griffin Brewery.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still brewed at the Griffin. I mean, I called my clone Griffin's Pleasure, London Pride, Griffin's Pleasure. Yeah. So, and just named it that. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
But yeah, to be honest, the carbonation isn't that much in there.
No, I got a little chill. Yeah, I can still kind of see it. So I'm kind of like, well, I'm not, mine's probably going to be close to that. Yeah, we'll get to that story later.
Yeah.
If I even drink it.
It's not overly carbonated, even though the head's disappeared. That could be my glass. I don't know.
No, even mine's kind of, it's either meant to be drink quickly.
Yeah.
Or if you have a few of these, you're not going to care.
At the moment, Paul, we're just drinking we're having a taste of the original. Then we're going to pour our versions, and we've both done two separate versions. We've done our own versions. I've tasted mine. I'll say nothing until I taste it again. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. But yeah, it's not a bad beer. It's not a bad beer.
No, I would
keg.
If I saw it on tap, and I'll probably okay, they have some little beers, and I'm like, okay, I can drink that. Better than Boddington's, I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, definitely better than Boddington's. 100% better than Boddington's. There you go.
Yeah. Yes. Here's one of the critics.
Yeah. So Disco may know. I don't know if Disco's always hated London Pride, but is it different now, Disco, than it was? I'm sure David Wilson and Slurpee have said it's different than it was. But I don't know, because obviously I wasn't drinking London Pride 20 years ago. I wasn't drinking it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to the same recipe, but I'll say the ingredients. So using this malt from this maltster, they went and got somewhere else, and so obviously the malts are just off by a hair, kind of thing. Well, I told you about the Pilsner and American Churro, how so I mean,
and we don't even know. We just
we know the basic details. We didn't know
exactly. All we knew was what was on the website saying they use this malt, use these hops. We didn't know percentages or. It wasn't I wish. What on earth was that noise? I heard a crack next to me then. What? Someone's going to fall on my head.
Uh-oh. You don't want that.
What was that?
You don't want anybody to get hurt here. But I mean, as I said, it's a real basic. I mean, I think it's one of those, if you're just hanging out in a pub for a few hours, you just kind of have that kind of thing. I mean, and Disco says Mr. Wilson reckons the ESB is different, so this is probably two. I won't touch it to find out yet.
Why Disco? What is it about this that you've never liked? What is there a flavor in it, or is there something what is it? Is it just because?
Yeah, I know it's kind of.
Yeah. What is it?
I mean, it's not really. There's nothing anything like citrusy in it. I mean, what you probably can say, but I mean, nothing.
Is it the style? Is it best bitters? Is it? I can't see it being the style. I don't know. It'd be interesting to know what, because I'm very similar with Robinson's Brewery. I think a lot of their beers are like just not worth trying, and that's because I've had a couple of bad beers from them years ago, so I've sort of tainted. Where people say to me, "Oh, they're all right now," so you just get that tainted. So it'll be interesting.
Well, you got to define old ale because there is an old ale beer style kind of thing.
But I prefer cask over keg, definitely. When I go in a pub, I look for cask. If you've got keg on, I'll look for cask. If I don't fancy it on cask, I'll go keg. So by looking at cask, I really enjoy drinking the best bitters, your porters, your stouts, some of your pales. And then if I'm looking at keg, I want to try and find a beer that suits keg. Like if I'm going to go for a New England style beer, that's suits a keg. Maybe a West Coast will suit keg. So more American style beers for me suit keg, and the British English style beers suit cask. And that's what I'm always drawn to. But saying that, some breweries now in the UK are doing some great American style beers on cask as well. So, yeah.
And Disco says, it's been so long, I can't remember 100% why I hate it. Maybe it's been maybe have been too many dodgy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's me and Robinson.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. I mean, like for me, like we hardly don't get true cask beers over here. They kind of budget, and we went about my friends and stuff. If you see a cask, we'll go ahead and do it because we want to support the cask, especially out this way.
Yeah.
Even though if the beer is terrible, we'll go like, okay, we'll do that. Okay, it's kind of. you just want to support the like. Okay, maybe the next time they'll order something better.
Did you?
A lot of it's handling of it.
On the beer engine, the pumps in America, do you have the sparklers or on or off?
Yes, they're on.
On. Okay, that's good. That's definitely a northern thing. Disco.
Which one? Which one? I don't know, but they do have one on because I know there's different style of sparklers.
Yeah, I definitely want a sparkler on my cask, but Disco, being from down south, might disagree, and we could both have our reasons for and against, which is always interesting. It's a really good, interesting chat.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever had a beer out of a beer engine without a sparkler. To be honest, they always had them.
Yeah, I go to Dorset for my holidays, and when I go to Dorset, they don't have sparklers. So I always get, to be honest, my beer will be full to the rim, but look like that. So it's up here. So I want a nice creamy head.
Yeah, well,
so that is there at the top. So I'm like, I want a creamy head.
don't come to America and expect to get a creamy head on a cask. They'll pour it to the very top.
Oh no, that drives me nuts.
And someone will say, "Well, but we're giving you more beer for the money." I'm kind of like, no. And I've had this discussion on any keg, cask, wherever. I'm going like, no, I want a little bit of head, kind of. And he was like, "Why?" And it's like, it's not. I don't want like a 3-finger head. I just give me like a 1-finger head. I mean, it just kind of That means need a sparkler and some don't. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah, that's true. A sparkler can change the taste. It can make some beers more bitter because of that head. You've drank a beer and tasted the head, and it's always been the froth is a bitter.
Yeah.
So it can do that, and then some beers, like Disco says, some beers are made for the sparkler, and some beers are not made for the sparkler. It's interesting. It's really good though because it's British brewing. It's like, that's what's interesting about it.
But no, as I said, the cask ales, they're usually, I said, they are the sacrilegious one. Basically, it's a keg. They throw it into a cask and then throw it on the beer engine. I'm going like, okay, it's like, I don't want to be. Okay, let the first 12 people go ahead. Go ahead. Because by that point, maybe the carbonation is degassed a little bit enough to where, okay, now I'm getting a real. But,
yeah.
But I even asked somebody about that because we talked about it, and it says no, it's keg, but they don't put it at a very high psi. So it's carbonated, but it's not like a fully. Well, you go on, geez, Louise, all you see is bubbles kind of thing. No, it's very low, but still, but still, it changes the flavor.
Yeah. Personally, I'm fine with a sparkler where needed.
I ain't seen those last 2 words.
What's he something? Down south.
Down south. I can talk southern.
You can't help but try. It's dead hard to say down south without putting a Cockney accent on to say it. You sound like, what's he called? That guy from America who was in Mary Poppins. He's about 100 years old now.
Oh yeah,
Dick Van Dyke. Down south. Yeah. with my chimney sweep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all, you ready for our next beer?
Yeah, let's
I'm going. Okay, cross my heart.
Where is your beer? Is it next to you?
Right here. Because if I don't like it, you're gonna see a keg going flying across.
So mine's actually in the fridge behind me, but there's my picnic tap.
I'm trying to get some more
through a hole into the fridge.
Yeah.
So it's cold.
So yours is cold. Yours is colder than cask temperature, kind of.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Once it warms up a bit in a glass, I've just dripped on my book again. My brewing book is just getting covered in beer. Yeah, it's like we've keg conditioned. So.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, already. Oh.
Because we've keg conditioned, we're going to pull up some lovely live yeast in these pulls.
Well, okay. We're technical difficulties here. This is where I knew I should have done this before.
This can be slow process.
Well, I'll put it this way. I got the tap open and nothing's coming out.
Because we keg conditioned it, trying to build up a bit of a...
Well, I had put CO2 on it I just got pressure on the damn thing. Because I can degas it and I can hear it. I just got that air pocket in my... Another thing too, of course, it's going to be there's nothing I can do about it now. I got one of those floating dip tubes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just wondering if it's.
Yeah.
I heard when I was moving it, I heard it move, so it's not stuck.
See, mine's darker, not got the clarity.
Okay, why? Yeah, because this is cute. No, because when I pull the tab down, you can hear the it's like degassing. So
yeah. I wonder if your dip tube's floating above the beer.
Well, guess what I'm going to do? Okay, here we go. Minor surgery here. Oh.
Taking the lid off?
Yep.
Yeah.
I might have to dip the beer in my glass.
This is brilliant.
Well, This is like I said, this actually has turned to a disaster because we're going to say we're supposed to king conditioned it, and yeah. Yeah, and we're okay. So now,
is there any questions in chat while Shark's trying to pour a beer?
Yeah, my floating dip tube is like the ball is like above.
Is it above the beer? Yeah. When you said that about the gas, it sounds like the dip tube was above the beer.
Yeah,
I've had that happen before. It's a nightmare.
Well, yeah, but I gotta get sanitizer so I can sanitize my hand and see if. Oh, that okay. That is stupid.
I'm trying to take a picture of
mine. Basically,
yeah, the clarity on
so but the dip tube is not heavy enough because it wants to go.
Is it
my keg is so
the size of the keg? Is it the size of the keg? The actual diameter of the keg?
I think my line's too big.
Yeah.
And so it's like pinching up.
Yeah. So it's catching on the side of the keg, so it's staying above the liquid.
Yeah. So guess what? I'm gonna take that. I'll try to take.
I'm still drinking
that
the
off.
London Pride. Just wish mine was clear.
Yeah, it's. Okay. Now this is where son of a bitch.
This is the
line is too long, and so it still wants to.
You don't get this on any other channel, do you?
No.
8 minutes to pour a beer.
Yeah. Okay, well, I probably won't be drinking as much of this because it's all been all effed up. Oh, there we go.
Hey. I can hear beer.
Oh, well, now it's. Damn it. Okay, this is not good. Oh, you dumb it.
What?
It's like a.
I can't even see if there's anyone in chat. Anybody there? Can't see.
Yeah, well.
Any questions? Anyone drinking? Anyone just thinking, what on earth's going on?
What's going on? Hell's going on? Yeah, you don't see this because
this is true. This is how it can be sometimes, though. This is home brewing. I'm sure I heard beer then.
Oh, come on. Really? It's still. Okay. I swear that I No, see. Oh, that is strange. Oh, no, there it is.
So, would you keg condition again after this, Kevin?
Oh yeah, I won't tell you what I just did. So now we're good. Well, I will obviously do it again, but no. Well, obviously
Yeah, don't blame me, Disco. Nice cup of tea or something.
Okay.
A Yorkshire tea? Love Yorkshire tea. Love Dorset tea as well. That's a lovely cuppa.
Well, basically, I just threw away my dip tube.
Okay. So yours is going to be like mine and a little bit cloudy.
I went. Well, yeah. Luckily, I sanitized my hand, going like because I had to do.
Yeah, because I've not got a dip tube in mine. I've got the tube right down, so picking up some of the shrub, I suppose, from the natural.
God. Yeah, well, yeah, because obviously
natural conditioning. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, smells like hands.
Looks. I mean, mine looks really dark.
Well, I mean, obviously, I saved some. It's not. I'm gonna say it's pretty darn near close to the color.
Mine's a little darker, but it's cloudy.
I think
mine's got the trub in there.
So we'll kind of backtrack here on my experience. So our recipe was pretty close to being the same. However, the yeast was different. I use Wellerman's Windsor, and that's a very low attenuation, and so that kind of started this whole path of disaster. So basically, it didn't attenuate, so it was a very low. I forgot what the ABV was. Hopefully, it's got alcohol in it. Then it said, okay, what's keg condition? So like and I think I should have. So like I went, we were talked about. Well, we'll kind of do this, and then what I did a quick burp just to make sure it was there. But then and I kept it kind of warm. I mean, it was probably probably 16, 17, kind of like fermentation temperature.
Yeah.
For an ale. I was kind of in that range. So like, okay, it's doable.
Yeah. At the bottom of the range, but still.
Yeah. But I had a pressure gauge on, and it wasn't like a spinning valve. I had a pressure gauge. So I can see if it kind of, and it never moved. So I was like, okay. So then I told Robin, I'm going to have to force carb this, but I'm going to do it at a very low pressure kind of thing. So, but then I realized, and I had a little cartridge that, okay, I'm going to keep this, and that'll be perfect. I'm not using my big tank kind of thing. Then the CO2 went to zero. I'm like, okay. Then I realized the keg post was loose, so it was slowly leaking CO2. So it's then now obviously I have a floating dip tube, so I can get the junk on the bottom, because with keg conditioning there's gonna be a lot of stuff on the bottom, kind of thing. So then obviously, well, as you heard, because I didn't want to go like, okay, because I didn't want everybody see like, oh yeah, don't do that, don't ever do that, because and so that's why everything was nice and sanitized. I had a layer of CO2, so there should be.
But everything was against you.
But also, yeah, everything's against me. But obviously, I stirred everything up, so it's. And there's nothing junky on the bottom. It's like, okay, it's like sediment and like that. It is. If you move the keg, if it works in the bar, it takes an hour or so for everything kind of settle.
Yeah. So what was your attenuation on your yeast? Did you get a calculation?
About 30%. 40%. It was something. It was ridiculous. I say I think this is like a 3.8, maybe 3.6, if that.
So it's like an ordinary bitter, which is still good.
Yeah. Well, as I said, it's gonna be a little bit different because it's all the yeast or whatever is they may have. It's
mine just looks like definitely got a haze to it, but
definitely I would probably. I mean, it's probably a little bit dark. I mean, like a little bit. It's obviously it's hazy, so a little bit darker. I mean, it is more brown. It's got an orange brown, so I would probably say okay. On the color wise, obviously the head dip retention is the same, basically none.
Yeah, if I had mine was clear, the color I'd be happy with, but it's definitely that's super clear. Mine's not.
Yeah.
Oh, Zimo, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm not joking. It's a super beer. I love it. I'm going to brew this again. I love it.
Yeah.
It's such a good.
So anyways, I gotta get this over with because
is better. Mine's better for me. I enjoy that more than that one, than the London Pride. This has got more character, caramel, bready.
Yeah, believe it or not, mine almost tastes the same. The taste is it's a little bit weaker, but it's pretty. No, if I didn't have,
mine's got better body, I think.
Yeah, mine's obviously because it didn't ferment all the way. So I do have a little bit of a water.
Try and get some head.
Yeah, so it's.
Yeah, I like it. I really enjoy the character, the hop character that's coming through, the malt notes are coming through. It feels like it's got more character on this one, mine, than that one.
Yeah, I don't have the only thing I don't think I not really get out of it is the toffee.
Mine feels more
really pronounced in the actual.
Mine tastes more bready than the original for me. More.
Yeah, I don't get the. I think, like I said, I agree with you. I'm more bready.
I could drink loads of that one. It's just for me though. I love best bitter. So basically, I've brewed the best bitter. That's the thing. I've brewed the best bitter, which I think I can drink more of than the bottled version of London Pride. Still, that's okay, but you just want that little bit more character, and I think that's got it from a homebrew point.
Mm-hmm.
I cultivated the yeast from an 1845 bottle of Fuller's yeast into this as well, and I got 78% attenuation. So mine was 1046 to 1010, which give me 4.7, which is 4.7 on the bottle. But obviously, I've keg conditioned, adding a little bit more sugar, so that could be nearer to 5 now, possibly with that keg conditioning. Don't know the calculation on that. But the only thing I'm not impressed with, I'd like it to be clearer, but I am getting the beer from the bottom of the keg. So I am bringing up some of that trub every time I pour a beer.
Yeah.
I should have done the floating dip tube like you. But the actual keg conditioning has given it such a nice, smooth mouthfeel, which is very cask-like. It's just super smooth. And I think that's why it feels like the body is better, because it's conditioned rather than forced carbonated, which this would be.
Yeah, because when I kind of put mine on an angle, I can see it. It will be clear once everything kind of, because I can kind of do the swirl kind of around. You can kind of see the edge. You can see the sediment. Suspended sediment.
Yeah.
So it will. Yeah. Because I was dreading it. It was like, oh, this is gonna be really bad.
It looks really nice. It looks like a traditional British bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, the dimple pot makes it look, as well.
Because I think they're. Let me make myself bigger. You can. You can kind of. It's a little bit truer to the color. Obviously, you can
I think your color's pretty close. Your color looks pretty close to.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm well pleased. I'm obviously because now I kind of brew it again now, but like obviously I just brewed today. It's like
I'm definitely going to rebrew.
I will put this as okay. Yes, I need to try it one more time.
Yeah, I put down for me to definitely rebrew because it just tastes like a really good best bitter, which I'm impressed with that fact because
that's what we were aiming for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we used Target Challenger, East Kent Goldens, North Down.
Yeah.
And quite a bit of hops went into it.
Yeah.
And I used we both did different schedules for the hops as well, didn't we? Because I did a first wort hop.
I didn't do that.
Did a first wort, a 30, a 5, and a 0. So there was no dry hopping. And I got 8 liters of this, which was good. I've got to try and save some now to do a video of the sort of the grain to glass video.
Yeah, because I only did it during the hot side. I did 60, the Target 60, North Down at 15, Challenger at 15, and the EKG at basically flame out. And I just let it go there.
Yeah.
I said the only thing I think everything's fine. I said I initially said to have my filtered tap water, but I went with distilled and added beer, salts and kind of thing. So I may kind of go back. But then the yeast, I think I won't use. I think Lava Man is pretty much on.
Yeah, Windsor's good for I think Windsor's good if you use sugar in your recipe because it will just help you get that a little bit further along.
Yeah.
But if you're not using sugar, it's going to leave you with quite a sweeter beer, maybe a higher. What was your finishing gravity then?
1028.
What?
1028. Yeah.
Wow.
So say I think this is pretty much like a 2. It might be this is a 3% beer. I mean, it's gonna be. I think this is really low. I got to the point of going, screw this. It's the only other thing I would. Yeah. So it's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be.
No. Maybe the hops have helped with that.
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of. As I said, I think if all the flavors would probably come out a little bit more if it fermented. And the thing too, I found out later on when I was doing something, I found I had more Windsor yeast. I'm going, I probably should have thrown more of that in there. But I don't think it would have done anything.
I don't think it would have made a difference. I just think it's that yeast is really lazy. It's a It's a
it has to have a lot of food.
Yeah, it's just one of them. I like to use Windsor if I want to create. You could use Windsor to create a basically a very low alcohol to nearly no alcohol beer as well. You can use it for that because it's so lazy, but it also gives you some body if you want that. But you have to obviously use more. Like I said, traditionally British breweries used a little bit of corn or sugar, and that would make that little bit of difference with some of the yeasts. Like I say, I used the Fuller's. I cultivated the yeast from a Fuller's bottle and used it in this, and it got me 78% attenuation, which is great.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they are the hops. Yeah, they're from London Pride.
Yeah,
we didn't have a schedule. We just did our own schedule, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of looked online. We probably did the same thing. We probably not too many recipes out there for this, so we probably were pretty close to probably look at the same one. I think.
Yeah. We just went off of the actual Fuller's website, didn't we? And that's where we got the ingredients, but not the schedule. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to. The thing is, I bought the hops, so I've got loads of them left.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I was trying to think. What am I going to do with them?
I'm going to rebrew this. And I won't. I'll rebrew it, but not keg condition. Then I can send it out to David. I can send one to Disco. It'd be interesting to see what Disco thinks of it compared to a London Pride, from what I can remember. Just send it to people who've had London Pride back in the day. Bit Slurpy Dave. People like that, and then see what they think of this beer. But what I can do, I'm going to shout Mrs. B. I'm going to get her to taste both and see which one she likes. See
yeah.
Joe? Joe, come here a minute, please. But I suppose it's good when you think, I'd brew it again.
And to be honest too, and the original London Pride, I think it has to be. It might be just be my taste, and now it's kind of been sitting out for a while now. It's like, of course, I'm not cleansing.
It's probably because you're drinking your homebrew. It's got more flavor.
Yeah. Well, and that it's got some weird. It's like
metallic.
It's like, okay. No, well.
I mean, it's super clear, isn't it? It's like ultra clear. Try.
Oh yeah, no.
That's
which most of my beers are. I have no problem getting that part. I'm very good at getting my beer clear. So obviously, except for if you don't stir the damn thing up.
That's the London Pride one, yeah. That's the homebrew. Which one? You have to speak up. Which one do you prefer? Don't be just because I brewed it, but which one do you think's got
that
more?
One. That one definitely.
Why? Why do you say this one? The homebrew?
Yeah, it's smoother.
Yeah, it is smoother. That's it's made it smoother, more body.
Yeah, that's got like a bit of a something like a little bit of a harsh.
This one, the London Pride out the bottle.
Yeah,
harsh.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting right now because it's being warmer. Because obviously in a little smaller glass, so it's really warmed up.
Yeah, and that's the best bitter. What flavors are you getting from that then? Are you going to try again?
We'll have to go in again and try.
I know because it's like it's different when it was cold to now, but it's like I'm trying to figure out why it got a little bit of it's more bitter.
It's like a caramel.
So it's got that.
It's nice.
What caramel?
Caramel malt. It's nice.
Malty, bready.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not overly hard. Like the hops are there, but not.
They're not like
not shouting.
Yeah, they're not in your face.
It's quite balanced.
They're just there.
Yeah. Thank you.
And which Maris? Do you know what company you got your Maris order from? I mean,
Marisotto was from Crisp.
Okay, yeah, because mine is Thomas Fawcett.
Yeah, that's a good maltster. Thomas.
Yeah, because that's the ones I think I can. It's not. I want to say it's Beards.
Mm.
The other one I can get, but I guess Beards. It goes BAIRDS.
Yeah.
So
that for me is a winner. It's a winner for me because it's. Sorry about my phone. It's a beer I brew again. What's that?
So yeah, see, he's saying Mrs. B's.
Yeah, harsh. That's what she said. Yeah. It's a bit harsh.
Yeah, I can see it being harsh if you let it sit. If you have like one beer and then 2 hours later you're still on the same beer, and like, yeah, I can see getting.
Yeah, it's interesting that she said smooth. This is smooth, like we're saying the keg condition. It just gives that, and it just works for a best bitter for me. Very cask-like in the glass. Very, very happy with that. 4.7%. I want to rebrew it and I want to send it to people. Like I say, Disco, Slurpy Dave, and David Wilson. They'd be 3 great candidates to try it.
It's good. I have to cold crash mine again because my keg is getting warmer.
Yeah, I couldn't send this one out because the the dip tube is at the bottom, and at the very bobottom
Oh
is where the trub. So every time I'm pulling a pint, it's bringing up.
Yeah, that's why I well, I'll say I cut mine, so I get the. So obviously I'll have to redo the hose to make it work again. But.
I actually put this in the 8-liter Oxybar keg. You seen them?
Yeah.
They're like a big orange Coke bottle.
Yeah. Like it's an 8-liter Coke bottle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coke bottle.
Really handy. Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at because I was like, with my bigger system, I was like, okay, because now I if I know I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna accidentally be going like, okay, I didn't finish, or I'm not drinking this beer, so it's like really, it's like so like now I brewed. I'm like, okay, I need to have that keg. It's like, do I bottle or like just buy another keg? Well, I don't know where else but the keg. But I figured, oh, that what you guys go, well, it's tall and slim. I said, maybe I can
it's fantastic.
Fit it in or like that, or get two of those and they're narrow. They're narrower than you probably have the same one. It's got the black rubber top and bottom.
Yeah,
you got one of those. So is it skinnier than that?
I've got the corny kegs, and I've got the mini keg, which is the one that's got the screw on, the very small opening with the screw on with your gas and liquid.
Yeah, so it's
and it's they're thinner than them. In my fridge, shame I can't show you at the moment. I've got 2 of them Oxybars and a corny keg, and I can get another. They just work really well, and they're not PET. They've got something else in them, and so the oxygen doesn't get in. And they say that beer will stay in the keg for 6 months before it starts to turn. So I was like, that's good. The only expensive bit, Kevin, I don't know if I can get a picture on my phone, is the actual
top.
Top. Yeah, your post thing.
You post all the
That's the expense. But you can buy.
It's like these guys. Whoops, because everything is all in one. It's like this, but obviously a bit plastic.
Yeah. So that's the.
Yeah. I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got your gas in, you got your liquid out.
Yeah.
It's a big 8-liter bottle type thing, and it's like I suppose, I don't know if Disco uses key kegs, similar sort of thing, similar sort of idea, but they're only like one use. There's that noise again. What is that?
The roof's going to come down on you.
So that's it, stood up sort of thing. With me, that was when I was putting in. I would recommend them because they're great.
Because your stainless steel, these stainless steel ones. Like, I mean, for me, to get the Neller with the 10-liter one, whatever it may be, that's like $100 US. I'm going like.
Yeah, I was going to say, For me, if I'm buying corny kegs, 6.5 or 9 liters or 12-liter ones, from like we do small batch brewing, we're talking about £80 each. Where if I want to replace the actual bottle bit, it's £8.
Yeah,
and the actual top is 20 quid. But I could have a few and screw on they have a big like bottle top as well. So and you can get a 4-5-liter one, small one.
Yeah.
Or a 20-liter one.
Yeah, I'll probably do like 8-liter, 10-liter, whatever. Yeah, but I was only on mine. I have limited space. I'll put because in my refrigerator I have a shelf on top, and so everything is. Everything I have just goes right. I mean, I have room.
Kevin, you can lie them down and still serve them. Yeah, because the dip tube lies down in it. So as long as you don't keg condition in it, like I have done, it pulls out the very end of that beer all the way. So you can lay them down in your fridge, which is another advantage.
Okay.
So that's good as well. Lots of advantages with it.
Because obviously I can't put a handle because the shelf, it comes pretty close. That's why I got this kind of connection. So with the old plastic ones, it gives you that tilt. Like, well, this is more a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. So again, what I've done, these.
I forgot the mess. Yeah.
This worked fantastic on the Oxybar because you can turn this any angle.
Yeah.
So if it's laying that way, turn the tap that way.
Yeah. That's what with mine.
Laying the fridge.
Well, I'm not the keg itself, but I can turn it.
Yeah. It's just a really good piece of kit.
Yeah. I would probably I could probably put more in my refrigerator. The problem is I just don't want to drill a hole for the CO2.
Yeah.
To feed the CO2 line. And so that's where I'm kind of like, oh.
I've got a hole.
So now I got to put the tank in there for a few days before so I can get the carbonation and part done. And it's like, okay, if I can figure a way without drilling a hole, I don't want to do anything with the door. Do you want to? Oh, I just got a message. So somebody's going, can I come over and play? Can I come over and play?
Who's that?
The Simo.
All right. Oh, evening, Paul. Nice to see you. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
What the Disco saying there about key kegs?
Whoops. Oh. It says 30-liter key kegs, eco kegs, reusable hard plastic bag the bag replacements.
Yeah. So the key kegs, I don't think are reusable. And at Four Priest Brewery, it's a bit of annoying. It's annoying, isn't it? How they're not reusable. I don't think they're reusable. Again, Disco might correct me there, but the key kegs, it's like plastic. It's not being. Oh, I'm not going to get into all that, but
yeah, it's a food safe plastic.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that. It's I mean it's PET, but it's a different. I'll say grade.
But I honestly, I would recommend that to you, and I'd recommend the Oxy keg, and I just think you would be like, like me. Why have I not done this before? Why have I not done
it's like the keg. I mean, obviously, I can. This little thing. I mean, it's basically.
Yeah.
It's This is a 6-liter. A torpedo.
Yeah. Do you use that?
I think. Well, that's what I'm using right now. But I mean, because this was a bigger batch than I did my real small batch. I mean, because what I was thinking was like, well, I can do the size I do now, fill that up, then just bottle the others. Like I said, like if I could like you, okay, I'm gonna send it off to other people, and then I can kind of do that kind of little game. Yeah.
Like I say, if I will rebrew this and then I will send it out, but I couldn't send this one out just because of that.
Yeah.
The way the dip tube is at the bottom of the conditioner.
Yeah.
It's like a big bottle, bottle conditioned beer.
Yeah. So basically on the dip tube part, I kind of went. I was like, I think I had to say, it's going to be kind of, and obviously it was too long, but I did trim it down. But obviously not enough.
Yeah.
So because it doesn't give really on the dip tubes. It doesn't really give you instructions like, it's like this, because I think they're made for the 20-liter kegs.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, okay, you're going like, well, this is a third of that. So I'm gonna wherever the length is, I'm gonna take a third of that. Well, obviously I probably went, I'll give a little. Extra, and that little extra is what.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
A little too much. But yeah, and I just basically got to a point where I just pulled it out, and so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's straight down. It's like it's digging up.
Yeah,
whatever.
The trouble in the yeast is at the bottom.
Yeah, but still, I mean, obviously, I'll probably have the farts and all that tonight, because all the yeast and whatever.
Definitely. But I just really like it.
I'm not seeing nothing wrong with the yeast. Is good for you. So it's that vitamin B12, wherever.
I'm just gonna finish off the London Pride because it's harsh.
Yeah,
Mrs. B says it's harsh.
Yeah. But I kind of wanted more the cask ale.
As soon as that warms up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I was saying. You get that bitterness. Wherever that bitterness, it's just like, oh, like, okay, yeah, it's better that being chilled than that, especially out here where I'm at. I mean, it's a nice day. It's a nice warm day.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, obviously, I had a lot of, I want to say mistakes, just things that just like.
Everything was against you from day one.
Yeah, well, it was fine until as soon as I put the yeast in. After that point, it just went downhill.
Did something happen to you on the brew day though? Was it something?
The fruit, I don't, because I didn't put any notes.
I can't remember because when we did this, like I say, on the 3rd of May, I'm sure on the brew day you was like something.
No, because my gravity was higher.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna have a big. This is gonna be Imperial Pride.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, this is gonna be a big boom. Then of course, if we had said Windsor, we probably would have said, yeah.
Yeah, if you put Nottingham in, you would have been like a 5.8%.
Yeah. Because I think I initially had SO4, that basic English. If I had stuck, I probably would have been a good 5.2 probably, but.
That was the other thing as well that I did with this. I didn't put an airlock on. It was like an open fermentation. If you remember, right? My glass carboy, I didn't put an airlock on because I wanted to try and get an open fermentation to get more esters from that from the Fuller's 1845 yeast. And yeah, there's no in fact, it's just really worked well. Really worked well. I will do that again.
Because that's when I put in the keg, dude, in the keg dish, I put this on. I said, okay, I'm going to see it go up. And I said, if it gets to the but it's not calibrated right. But I'm going, well, if it hits 10 psi, then I know I got something. I'm going, okay, I got to look at it. But beyond below 10 psi, it's or 8 psi, it doesn't want to read.
Yeah.
So I'm going but it was kind of low. That's why I kind of pulled the pressure relief valve real quick, and I said, well, there was okay. I had something, but if I had known my posts were loose, I probably would have had more.
Yeah. Like I said, everything was against you on that one.
Yeah. So this was, like I said, this was an experiment. But as I said, I was dreading it. Was like, this was going to be really bad. I'm like, I'm gonna drink where we have here, and the rest of it's going down the drain.
Yeah.
So it's still gonna be an experiment. It's basically still gonna be an experiment because I'm gonna put it back in the refrigerator and let it cold crash and see if I can get it. I want to clear it to see the color it is.
It's like for me, this whole brew was a big experiment. I cultivated the yeast. I did an open fermentation. I did things that I don't normally do, and still ended up with a beer that I want to rebrew. So that's a win, I suppose. You can say it's a win. So Big Brew Day was a success.
Yeah. I said for the most part it was, but I got 50-50. It was first half was great. The second half was
yeah. But like you say, if you knew your keg, the posts
were
different.
Well, obviously I still had the dip tube problem, but
that's true. Yeah, and you would have the Windsor yeast problem.
Yeah, but the other thing too, because like I said, I was going to pour it just to see what it looked like, kind of thing. Just a quick little like this kind of just. I know I didn't have to, because like some of these beers when you get the dip tube, regular dip tube, you got a few of them that you just kind of pour because it's just going to clear out whatever's on the bottom, that's on your normal stuff. But when you, like I say, your keg edition, you're gonna get more.
Yeah,
it's like bottle edition. You get that little layer.
Yeah, exactly that. But you do.
I would have been better off doing bottle edition these dumb things. And
yeah, you would have been better. No leaky post said.
No leaky post.
It'd be interesting. I think you should try and do it again because
well, I got the hops thing going. I really want. I don't know. I have to do another some kind of bitter.
Yeah, or even if you did a mild.
Yeah,
an English mild, even a light mild, which is a lighter coloured mild.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I got my hops in the freezer, so I'll probably next spring I may do it because I got my cream ale for July. I'm doing another brown. Then I got my Shocktoberfest that I'm gonna do. It's basically it's gonna be the same thing I did last year. It's gonna be the Marzen with an ale yeast, not the lager. But it's gonna be on the bigger system, so that's hopefully by then I'll have my system kind of dialed in because I don't want a 4% Marzen.
Yeah, Shocktoberfest with 4% Marzen.
Yeah, I got Shocktoberfest light. It's gonna be a dark fest beer. Well, even fest beers are still got a pretty decent ABV on them.
You know what is scary? We're not that far away from Shocktoberfest. We're like 3 months.
Oh yeah, it's just true. Yeah,
that's scary. Wow.
Yeah, because we're gonna have a guest coming over. Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Are you ending this and then?
I probably. Oh, I sent Simo the link, so I'd probably tell him no. Probably just go ahead and end this, and that we can kind of. Actually, he's probably actually. I'm gonna tell him don't end his. We'll join his. Because I'm not going to be on for very much longer.
Yeah, we don't want to
have other things.
You want to keep this as a.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Oh, and I've got that as well going. See it?
No, well, hold on, messing around. Oh, yeah, that little piece of shit. Did you pay for that?
Yeah. Well, it's a Father's Day present off the kids and Joe.
Oh, okay. Because by the way, because they're giving them for free now. I keep getting adverts for them for free.
I just wanted the vessel.
Yeah.
So I can do. That's the thing. I can do this beer in that, and it's fully cast.
Yeah.
Because it's just a pressure fermentation in a vessel on tap. But what I will tell you, spoiler alert, I did the I don't know if you've ever seen a video on the pinter. You take the docking station off after fermentation. And I brewed the Trooper syrup. Took the docking station off yesterday to put it in the fridge. The smell. Straight away, I was like, that smells like crap homebrew smell.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah. If you use their ingredients, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not using it for that. That's the only one I do in that. My whole grains are going to go in there from this day on. It was like me and John just looked at each other and went, I'm not a fan of that smell. It's like homebrew. It's like the homebrew years ago smell.
Yeah.
Might get better in there in the fridge.
Probably a little bit.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we would probably, for the most part, call this a success for the most part.
Yeah.
And so obviously we would do it again at some point. Obviously, but not at the same time. But But yeah. So
100% I'd brew that again.
Yeah. So okay, well, thanks for everybody for joining.
Cheers,
commenting, and I didn't die like I was promising everybody. Like,
cheers, Kevin, as well.
Cheers, and we'll talk. I'll talk soon, maybe if I can.